Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Braille contraction series. In our last video, we learned about initial letter contractions with dots 4 and 5. Today, we're going a step further, diving into initial letter contractions with dots 4, 5, 6. These contractions are super important because they help us read faster, write shorter, and understand Braille more efficiently. Think of them as the VIP shortcuts of Braille. Ready? Let's get started. Now, so what exactly are initial letter contractions with dots 4, 5, 6? These are special Braille contractions that represent a whole word using just its first letter. But here's the key: they carry a prefix of dots 4, 5, 6. That prefix tells us that what we're reading isn't just a single letter, but actually stands for an entire word. These contractions can be used both as a word on their own, like cannot or world, and also as part of a longer word, such as unworldly or dispirited. So, they save us space, speed up reading, and make Braille more efficient. Now, let's meet the stars of the show. With dots 4, 5, 6, we have 6 very important words. Each one is formed by combining the prefix dots 4, 5, 6 with a specific letter or contraction. Cannot is dots 4, 5, 6 plus the letter C. Head is dots 4, 5, 6 plus the letter H. Many is dots 4, 5, 6 plus the letter M. Spirit is dots 4, 5, 6 plus the letter S. World is dots 4, 5, 6 plus the letter W. There is dots 4, 5, 6 plus the strong contraction the. So instead of writing out all the letters of these words, Braille gives us this smart shortcut, just 2 cells that represents the entire word. Pretty powerful, right? Alright, now let's lock these 6 contractions into memory with a simple sentence. Here it is: many in this world cannot have had their spirit. This one sentence contains all 6 contractions: many, world, cannot, had, their, spirit. Say it with me slowly. Now, a little faster, and once more, naturally. Great! With this one line, you'll always remember the 6 initial letter contractions with dots 4, 5, 6. Now, rules time. Most of these contractions can be used anywhere in a word, but the contraction for had is special. It only works when the is short, like in had, hadn't, or hadly. Also, remember, if there's a stronger contraction available, like sh in shadow, that one takes priority. So the golden rule is, always use the stronger, simpler contraction. Let's try some examples together. First sentence: you cannot go. In Braille, the words you and go are written as the single letters y and g when they stand alone. And of course, cannot is written with the initial letter contraction, dots 4, 5, 6 plus the letter C. Second sentence: the party of youngsters had very many exciting times over their recitals. When we transcribe this into Braille, notice how many initial letter contractions show up: dots 4, 5, 6 H for had, dots 4, 5, 6 M for many, dots 4, 5, 6 the for there. But that's not all. This sentence also gives us other contractions you've already learned: dot 5 P for part, dot 5 Y for young, and the alphabetic contraction V for very. So in just one short passage, we're already combining several kinds of contractions: initial letter contractions with dots 4, 5, 6, initial letter contractions with dot 5, and even alphabetic contractions. See how this makes the text shorter, smoother, and much faster to read? That's the real power of contractions in Braille. Now, let's zoom in on one of the trickiest initial letter contractions, had. Here's how to use it correctly. Hadden in Braille, this is written as dots 4, 5, 6 plus H, then the letter N, followed by the apostrophe and T. Hadley, since it's a proper name, we start with dot 6 for the capital sign indicator, then dots 4, 5, 6 plus H, followed by L, E, Y. Haddock, this is written as dots 4, 5, 6 plus H, then the letters D, O, C, K. But be careful, there are times when we do not use the had contraction. Hadrian must be spelled out in full. Shadow, here we use the SH contraction, not had. So remember, the had contraction is very useful, but it's also selective. It only shows up when it really fits the rules. Here are more examples where initial letter contractions make reading easier. First, we we have the word dispirited. In Braille, we write the letters D, I, then the initial letter contraction for spirit, dots 4, 5, 6 plus S, followed by the E, D contraction. Next, the word worldly. This uses the contraction dots 4, 5, 6 plus W, followed by the letters L, Y, then we have theirs. For this word, we use dots 4, 5, 6 plus the strong contraction, then the letter S. Finally, we have the word Tammany. Since it's a proper name, we begin with dot 6 for the capital sign, then the letters T, A, M, followed by dots 4, 5, 6 plus M for the contraction of many. Notice something important here. In dispirited, we use the spirit contraction instead of the dis contraction, because spirit saves more space and takes priority. This is a great reminder that Braille always looks for the stronger and more efficient contraction. Let's wrap this up. Today, we learned about 6 initial letter contractions with dots 4, 5, 6, cannot, had, many, spirit, world, and there. We remembered them using our special sentence, many in this world cannot have had their spirit, and we saw how they work in words, sentences, and real contexts. So here's your challenge. When you read or write Braille this week, try to spot these contractions in action. The more you notice and use them, the more natural they'll become. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this lesson helped you, don't forget to hit like, thumb up, subscribe bell, and share this video with friends, teachers, and learners who are exploring Braille. Stay tuned. In our next vlog, we'll continue unlocking even more Braille contractions. Until then, keep reading, keep practicing, and keep your Braille spirit alive.